few items here from our sort of vaults related to the time you were at Leicester City. And the first one, of course, was this shirt here when you made your debut. I think it was do you remember your debut?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were wearing
West Ham
that
at
shirt.
home. Yeah.
West Ham. Just tell me a little bit about that.
I remember like a couple of weeks leading up, we had about 13 or 14 injuries in the first team.
Yeah.
And obviously back then it was if you was in the reserves, you automatically went to the first team. So I've been training with the first team quite a bit to make up the numbers.
Yeah.
And then I think it was, Steve Wolford told me I was in the squad. So in the squad, and then next thing I'm on the bench.
Yeah.
So then on the bench, and then I remember like going to warm up, and it was second half. I can't remember what the score was at the time. And then Steve Wolford like called me down.
Yeah.
He's like, Jordan.
Yeah.
So as I'm running, it feels like my heart is in my neck. Like I've never, that first time and only time I've ever had this like feeling of like playing football.
Yeah.
So I'm jogging down, and it felt like it was a mile away, and I'm running down, and I've had all these things going through my head. It's like, if I come on, like my first touch has to be good, and like I need to make sure I've got like energy and all that kind of stuff. So I can't remember who I came on for. Came on, and I remember one of the first things I did, I got the ball, and I think I came on was like just in the hole, beyond the front two. And like all Martin O'Neill was like just energy, like back and forth. So I was like, okay. I remember one of the first times I got the ball, I ran with it. I was probably about 25, 30 yards out, and I took a shot, and it's hit the old scoreboard above the goal. And that was my memory. Obviously, we lost 3-1.
Yeah.
They had a good team. They had Rio Ferdinand, Frank Lampard, Paolo One Shot, Paolo Di Canio, Shaka Hislop.
Was a good team. Yeah, good. Yeah.
I got Frank Lampard's shirt as well.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah.
I still got it at home somewhere.
And then, of course, after that, you'd have been wearing this shirt, wouldn't you? Which was the one that was the last season at Filbert Street.
Yeah.
In fact, that shirt came from the last match at Filbert Street.
I remember that because I remember Matty Piper with the scoring, and obviously with the old big colours. Yeah. Those times was good because Leicester was known as that like family orientated team, and everything was so close, and the stadium was small, and we'd always kind of like played well against like the bigger teams and that. So definitely that one has a lot of memories. Yeah,
beating Spurs on the last game. Yeah. And of course you go down in history really of being the first goal scorer at the new stadium against Atletico Bilbao.
The Walker Stadium at the time.
Nice to go into this club's history books.
Yeah,
like that. And
it was a header, but it was a friendly, so I can't really count it to my career.
Well,
but yeah, I remember Pipes crossed the ball for me.
Yeah.
I headed it, and then Trevor Benjamin tried to steal it on the line. But it was one of them things, like all my family was there, and obviously it was a new stadium, so a lot of publicity, and to obviously score the goal was to have a bit of history to my name.
Of course, the next season, which is the one I sort of remember you most at.
I scored a few goals.
Was the promotion season, the following season. Yeah. Which was this all blue strip, wasn't it?
It was better because obviously it was at the colours as well.
Yeah.
At that time, we was going on to like LG, but I think we struck a deal, so everything LG appliance, we got 50% off.
Did you? Did you really? Yeah.
So my whole flat was just full of like LG appliances.
I'd buy that. That'd be a popular sponsor. Better than bags of crisps.
Yeah, exactly.
And you scored a lot of goals that season.
Yeah, scored a few goals.
And it was a difficult season, wasn't it? Because of all the administration and all
Yeah, we had the administration, and at the time, I think when they first was talking about going into administration, they was talking about like players taking like a wage cut and that, and as players do, you never want to do that. So we said no, we didn't want to do that, and then the PFA told us, well, a lot of jobs are going to be lost, and we, like I said, it was that we had that family kind of like bond, so we didn't want any of the staff or anyone to kind of like lose their jobs if they didn't have to. So we deferred, I think it was like 17.5% of our wages, and then we would only get it if we got promoted that year. Yeah. So kind of, even though we wanted to get promoted again, but it kind of gave us that edge of
as an incentive
to go up, and ultimately went up.
Well, I get the game I always remember was, I think it was Easter Monday, wasn't it, against Brighton.
Yeah.
And Muzzy scored.
Muzzy scored, and then Muzzy put in the corner for me to head. First and only ever header I scored in my career. I was a bit shocked he went into it there, because I think on one of the pictures you could see I was like, just close my eyes and he come off the top of my head.
Well, but I remember the celebrations afterwards, and it was a big photograph, floor-to-ceiling photograph of you lot celebrating.
Yeah, it's one of them ones where you know, you've achieved something, and like through the adversity that we did have, you know, it was kind of a bigger achievement than actually just getting promoted, because we knew the team was going to get a bunch of money, and people was going to have their jobs, and obviously we was going to get our money back.
A lot was riding on it.
Exactly.
And of course, these photographs are from that day. You know,
I still stick my tongue out to this day.
So do you? Yeah. And the old.
That's the picture I remember most, is when me and Callum was like spraying bottles of champagne.
Yeah.
And obviously me and Benji used to do funny dances all the time.
Yeah.
And then Brian Dean or someone would come in and when we was there the year after and kind of like tell us to stop and concentrate.
You mentioned Brian Dean. I mean, this is Brian Dean's shirt, actually, this one. It's
yeah, he used to be my mentor.
Yeah, he's a big bloke looking at that shirt.
Yeah.
But, we've got a pair of his boots somewhere.
Yeah.
They're pretty big as well.
Canoes.
Yeah. Do you remember these Sporting Blues?
Yeah, my parents used to have them, and I remember that game. I got Ronaldinho's shirt.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, he didn't sign it.
Did
and
he?
It was one of the ones because they didn't have the names on the back of the shirts.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I've got Ronaldinho's shirt, but it's just number 10. So people probably bought...
No signature, no name.
People probably bought it from the shop or something. So I remember that game.
Yeah, and of course the other thing I should have mentioned is moving to the new stadium. In your promotion season.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you ever saw this book, but this was a sort of a production which went right through the whole season, and obviously every game, every report, pictures from every game. So you know you feature heavily in this as well. And I'm sure if you look through this, do you remember that?
No.
No. This was during that season, and there was an idea to recall Leicester City Leicester Foss.
Yeah.
And everybody had to hold one of these in the crowd. And if you wanted it to carry on being called Leicester City, you held that up. And if you wanted to be Leicester Foss, you held that up. Because you can't
so the consensus was...
there's only about 2 F's there in the whole thing. That's definitely...
So I think all the players, we got one of these.
Yeah.
Like I said, my mum's probably got it somewhere in the loft or somewhere.
Yeah, well, it's a great sort of record of that season. And then, of course, you were in the Premier League. You were playing in that shirt there. The first Premier League game was against Southampton.
Yep.
And I think we were 2-0 up.
Is that where Les Ferdinand scored the header?
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, he leaped up about 10 foot in the air.
That's it, he did.
Yeah, because I think I was on the bench on that game. I was on the bench, or I was injured.
No, you're on the bench, I checked.
Yeah.
And you came on.
Yeah, so I remember him, he leaped about 10 foot in the air, and obviously Les is, if you think of Sir Les, you think obviously he's like 6'5" because of the way he jumps, but obviously training with him and seeing him, and then I remember when he just dunked over this guy's head from back.
No, I remember that because you were 2-0 up, weren't you? And sort of, I think it was 2-2 in the end. That ball is actually from that game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I remember when like Nike first started to do like the balls for the league, and I remember we'd go into like training in pre-season and like all the goalkeepers would complain because they're like, oh, there's too much swerve in the ball, because obviously people was hitting the balls, and the ball, that was when everyone would start trying to do like the knuckle ball, and then they could see that the night balls had like all that kind of movement. So that's why everyone was shooting so much.
Well, hopefully this brings back a few memories for you,
because
because that was the last shirt you'd have worn at Leicester, wouldn't it have been? The Alliance
so,
and Leicester one.
Yeah.
So you got sort of 50% off your LG stuff, but you didn't get sort of 50% off your mortgages or anything like that. No.
I didn't. I don't even think they'd done us a deal. Low interest rates or something.
Yeah. Well, thanks ever so much for that, Jordan.
Thank you very much.
It's been great sort of reliving memories.
Thank you
and
very
I hope
much.
it's been good for you as well.
Yeah,
and it certainly does bring back memories
Good
from,
times.
good times. Thanks ever so much.
Thank you very much.